Families, it's Mrs. Horan here. I hope you're all doing well. I just wanted to make a quick video and just talk to you a little bit about Monday pickup. So Mondays, there are bins. There's a bin for kindergarten with my last name on it, and it's out in front of the school between 10 and 2. And the purpose of the bin is so that if I have things to give you for your child to work on, you can get them then. Or if you have any paperwork or something that needs to be collected, you would put it in the bin on Mondays and then I would get it. Okay. In kindergarten, a lot of the work is not going to be recollected back. I know I mentioned that at one of the meetings, but a lot of the work is just for experience and practice and is more like hands-on. I will probably during Zooms or check-ins, I might ask to visually have the kids hold up their work so I can just see. If there's something specific that I would like returned, I will let you know. So in general, the only thing that you'll turn in or the way that you'll turn it in is on Google Classroom where there's a turned in button. Okay. And that's how you'll show that your child did the work. Or if I ask them to hold it up at a check-in or our in days. Okay. But I want to show you this week that in the bin on Monday, there's going to be a baggie of materials for next week. Okay. And this week there's a baggie because what I'm going to be inviting you to do is that red mail folder that you got in the at-home kit last week, which had paperwork in it. I'm going to ask you to bring that back to the bin. And I'm going to ask you to, if you have paperwork that was filled out in that folder, you can keep it in there. And I'm going to just ask you to write your child's name on that folder. And that folder is actually going to stay in the bin. And that's going to be a way for you to leave stuff in. I will take out. I will put in. You will take out. But the folder will stay in the bin, if that makes sense. Okay. But this Monday, because the folders aren't there yet, because I gave them to you, there will be a baggie with your child's name on it. And you can just take the whole thing. Okay. And I just want to show you in the baggie, there's some papers and they're going to be used for different days this week. And I wanted to just kind of note that when you look up in the corner, there's going to be, let's do this one. There's going to be a date and it's highlighted yellow. Okay. So this happens to be September 30th. So this is an activity that's going to happen on September 30th. And this one is an activity that's an out day activity. So the directions for this activity will be on Google Classroom. But you'll know this sheet will be what your child will use when they're following those directions. Another example will be this apple poem. This is going to be for Monday, September 28th. And when you get onto Google Classroom, you'll see that I have an activity for your child to do with this poem. The directions will all be there, and you'll just pull this out on that at the time when your child's doing that. This one says with Mrs. Horan. So that just means that this is going to be a paper that I'm going to be doing with the children on an in day. Okay, so it's going to be an activity we do together. So my suggestion is that if you have a learning space set up for your child, to keep these papers near that learning space, perhaps in the work folder that came in your at-home kit last week, that might be a good place to keep the papers so that on Tuesday when it's time for that activity, it's accessible. Or on Wednesday when it's time, on Google Classroom to follow the directions of that activity, it's accessible. It just might help you stay more organized as a suggestion. Okay, so again, this Monday, there'll be baggies of papers for you to take home. Take the whole baggie. If you can, return the red mail folder, put your child's name on it, and leave it in the bin. Whatever is in that folder, I will remove and get to the office, and I will leave the folder in the bin. Okay, I am going to be also putting in the bin, in this baggie, the demographic forms that were mixed up last time, and I apologize for that. But I will be adding a new form in to your child's baggie. Okay. If you have any questions, please let me know. And hopefully this will be a smooth start. I think it's going to be a great year. I'm super excited and I appreciate all of your support.